Welcome to Smart Economics. Here are your top business and startup news. GitLab oversaw a $195 million secondary sale that values the company at $6 billion. CNBC broke the story earlier today. The company's impressive valuation comes after its most recent 2019 Series E, in which it raised $268 million on a $2.75 billion valuation, an increase of $3.25 billion in under 18 months. Company co-founder and CEO believes the increase is due to his company's progress adding functionality to the platform. We believe the increase in valuation over the past years reflect the progress of our complete DevOps platform towards realizing a greater share of the growing multi-billion-dollar software development market, he told TechCrunch. Fintech startup Cred, valued at $806 million post-funding led by DST Global. Serial entrepreneur Kunal Shah's 2-year-old startup Cred has been valued at $806 million in a new round of funding of $81 million led by existing investor DST Global. DST Global has backed major internet startups like Swiggy, Ola, Udaan, Byju's, and most recently Cars24. Cred, which offers rewards for credit card payments, has also exercised an employee share buyback program worth over $1 million for its current and former staff, creating one of the fastest such staff share liquidity programs. Cred's other existing investors like Sequoia Capital, Ribbit Capital, Tiger Global, and Journal Catalyst have also participated in this financing, which will be used to fuel growth. Mark Lohr leaves Walmart a little over 4 years after selling Jet.com for $3 billion. Mark Lohr, the Executive Vice President and CEO of US e-commerce for Walmart, is stepping down a little over 4 years after selling his e-commerce company Jet.com to the country's largest retailer for $3 billion. Lohr's tenure at the company was a mixed bag. Walmart instituted several new technologies initiatives under Lohr's tenure, but the Jet.com service was shuttered last May, and other initiatives from Lohr, like an option to have customers order items via text, was also a money loser. India home to 21 unicorns valued at $73.2 billion. India is currently the third largest startup ecosystem in the world and is home to 21 unicorns valued at $73.2 billion. India's top envoy in the US has said, as he expressed hope that more than 50 startups might join the unicorn club as early as 2022. Entrepreneurial activity has picked up in India. In 2020, India was among the top 50 innovative economies. India's ambassador to the US, Taranjit Singh Sandhu, said, "Today, India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world and is home to 21 unicorns valued at $73.2 billion. By some estimates, more than 50 Sunicorn startups might join the unicorn club as early as 2022, he said. EdTech startups attracted over $2.22 billion funding in 2020, said report. Indian EdTech startup received a total investment of $2.22 billion in 2020, as compared to $553 million in 2019, reflecting the confidence of investors in the segment that has seen a huge surge amid the pandemic. A report by IVCA PGA Labs said on Thursday. The report, titled "The Great Unlockdown: Indian EdTech," noted that Indian online education companies has raised $4 billion in the last 5 years, with companies like Byju's, Unacademy and Vedantu accounting for the highest share. In 2020, 92 players received funding, out of which 61 players received seed funding, the report by Indian Private Equity and Venture Capital Association and PGA Labs said. Mega Millions jackpot skyrockets to $850 million. Do this first if you win. Yet again, the Mega Million jackpot has catapulted higher. The top prizes is now a staggering $850 million, the third largest in lottery history, following no ticket matching, all numbers drawn Friday night. Then there's Powerball. Its jackpot is an estimated $640 million for Saturday night's drawing. Of course, the odds of winning either game aren't in your favor. The chance of single ticket matching all 6 numbers is 1 in 302 millions for Mega Millions and 1 in 292 millions for Powerball. Desktop Metal buys fellow 3D printing company Envision Tech for $300 million. Desktop Metal this morning announced its intention to purchase fellow 3D printing company Envision Tech, founded in Germany in 2002. Envision Tech specializes in photopolymer additive manufacturing, putting its technology in more direct competition with the likes of 3D printing. Darling Carbon, that Desktop Metal's own existing portfolio. The deal follows Desktop Metal's push to go public last August as part of a growing trend of SPAC mergers. Prior to this, the company has raised no shortage of its own fund, with a rapid ascent into unicorn status on the wake of $430 million in investments. It's spending $300 million to acquire Envision Tech through a combination of cash and stock. China tech giant Xiaomi dives 11% in Hong Kong after US backlisting. Shares in Chinese technology giant Xiaomi collapsed more than 11% in Hong Kong trade on Friday after the US put it on a blacklist. The aim is to ban Americans from investing in it as the Trump administration ramps up its battle with Beijing. The company, one of the world's biggest smartphone makers and considered China's answer to Apple, was one of 11 firms targeted by US officials who said they posed a threat to national security. WhatsApp delays enforcement of privacy terms by 3 months following Backlash. WhatsApp said on Friday that it won't enforce the planned update to its data sharing policy until May 15, weeks after news about the new terms created confusion among its users, exposed the Facebook app to a potential lawsuit, triggered a nationwide investigation, and drew tens of millions of its loyal fans to explore alternative messaging apps. We are now moving back the date on which people will be asked to review and accept the terms. No one will have their account suspended or deleted on February 8. We are also going to do a lot more to clear up the misinformation around how privacy and security works on WhatsApp. We will then go to people gradually to review the policy at their own pace before new business options are available on May 15, the firm said in a blog post. Man makes last-ditch effort to recover $280 million in Bitcoin he accidentally threw out. A British man who accidentally threw out a hard drive with a trove of Bitcoin on it is once again urging local city officials to let him search for it and landfill site. James Howells, a 35-year-old IT engineer from Newport, Wales, said he discarded the device while clearing out his home in 2013. He claims he had 2 identical laptop hard drives and that he mistakenly put the one containing the cryptographic private key needed to access and spend his bitcoins in the trash. After all these years, Howells is still confident he would be able to recover the Bitcoin. Though the external part of the hard drive may be damaged and rusted, he believes that the glass platter inside may still be intact. Turkey announces $18.5 billion public investment program for 2021. Turkey has announced a 2021 public investment program worth 138.5 billion lira, with communication and transportation projects receiving the largest allocation of the investment funds. The program, published in the official gazette late on Friday, set aside nearly $6 billion for public investments in the transportation and communication sectors in 2021, and another $2.6 billion for education projects. Other investment areas include manufacturing, health, agriculture, tourism, and energy. Under the program, Turkey's Transport and Infrastructure Ministry will receive some $2 billion, while the state hydraulics work will receive $1.8 billion and the Highways Directorate $1.75 billion. That's it into this video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel.